how to say ladies and gentlemen in gender-neutral terms.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Hi, everyone. God, it's, what's the line that Bill Hicks says is, good evening, thank you for coming, and please forgive me as I plow through this S one more time. It's great to be here in the Comedy Pouch in Possum Ridge, Arkansas. Not that you fine folks are the problem. It's been another long week. And hey, the Flyers won. That was the only game that was on today so far.
Yep.
And they beat Derek's team. So shut up.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with that. Hey, did you know that Samoa Joe was the champion?
I did not know. I just found out right before we went on the air that Samoa Joe regained the AEW Heavyweight Championship from Hangnail Adam Page last week. I guess November 22nd on free television in a cage match. One of the reasons why I missed it is because it was yet another cage match. Because they didn't they just have Blood and Glory or Blood and Gory or
Blood
one of
Guts
those
or,
Blood and
yeah.
Guts? Okay, where chains and whips and bear traps and everything else, and women bled all over the place, which prompted
That's normal for them.
which prompted Ricky
I didn't
Steamboat.
make that joke first, by the way.
No.
Okay.
But it was the same show that Ricky Steamboat was on, and he, denounced it. As well anyone should, and at least any wrestling purist would, having women bleed in cage matches and stuff. But apparently Samoa Joe is the new AEW champion. It happened on the 22nd, and over the weekend, I guess, Swerve returned and to team up with Adam Page to take on the Ops, and then Eddie Kingston gave a speech that's gone viral, challenging Samoa Joe for the AEW championship, and Eddie looks great, trimmed down, and gave one of the promos of the year, albeit in the last November, but he's going to go after the AEW championship.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, Eddie was out with an ACL tear. So Eddie Kingston hasn't been on. I think he hasn't either, because the ACL injury happened earlier this year or late last year.
Holy shit!
But I only saw his promo this morning as we're taping this. So not only are Swerve and Hangman a team now, but Eddie Kingston has returned and has already targeted Samoa Joe for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. So they moved off Adam Page pretty quick. If Samoa Joe and Eddie,
Go ahead, finish. It just I remember
if Samoa Joe or Eddie are your marquee matchup, and that's good because that's actually going to get me to watch just for the promos alone of Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston. Because if you got two guys that are not only stars but can get people interested in your product, because they try the Adam Page thing twice. It doesn't work. They tried the Moxley thing for 9 months this year. That doesn't work either. So, go.
I was interesting. You said when you said what you said about Adam Page. It was the first name. As much as I love the man, the first name that popped in my mind was Sting.
Mm-hmm.
How many times he won the belt and they were just like, never mind. He lost it again. He was a transitional champion a lot. And Adam Page, we could debate. It's no fault of his own. I don't really think it's any fault of his own. It's not like he's a complete talentless hack.
Mm-hmm.
They build him up and then they just take it back down again. I just don't understand that.
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't understand. Well, AEW's had a fascination. AEW has their guys that they're fascinated with more so than anyone else. So your Adam Pages, your Daniel Garcias, your Orange Cassidys, your Jungle Boys. They're the guys that are always going to get to shine. They're going to get the main event spots. They're going to get all the TV time over more. Not only over better talent, but more visually stimulating talent, or guys that can actually gain you interest or draw you money. They finally did it with Mark Briscoe about 4 years too late, making him the TNT champion and his first singles championship since Ring of Honor was Ring of Honor way back in the day, since about 20 years ago.
Was it an Elite of Honor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's something that that could have been done a long time ago. Mark Briscoe should have been your top babyface, and I feel horrible saying that the day after his brother died, because no one had more sympathy and had more fan interest than Mark Briscoe.
You're right.
But they beat him, and then we'll start pushing him 2 years late. And it's why it caused so many AEW people that were lost in the shuffle in AEW to come over to WWE. And what do you know? They're being treated like stars. Ricky, Ethan, Jade. Even I would even say Rusev he may not be used on the main event on top, but he's at least on TV every week, something he wasn't on AEW.
Yeah. To quote a line from our friend Omega Squad, he came out to WrestleMania in a tank.
Yeah. The guy was undefeated for a year.
Yeah. And
the first guy to beat him was John Cena. Yeah.
And then nothing.
And then he got a whole new resurgence with Rusev Day. That was, organic. The fans loved it.
That's true. Yep.
So, the guy had something, and then AEW just completely squandered it. Did you see the quote from Booker T about
no
about AEW? Let me find it real fast. Did I miss something? Did you want to?
No, you're good. Let me see if I can find it quicker than you or at the same time.
Okay, here. Booker T is referring to AEW. Okay. I wish they had AEW around when I was doing this thing. I'd have camped out. I'd have just camped out, made me a little tent. I wouldn't have gone nowhere, man, because I'm serious. They pay you not to work in AEW. Ric Flair still on the contract from what I've been hearing. What has he done? What has Ric Flair done for AEW? It's a safe haven. It's definitely a retirement spot. If you're looking to wrap this thing up the right way, I get it, man. I get it. Seriously. So Booker T calls AEW a retirement community. Said if AEW was around when he was wrestling, he would have just gone there and camped out.
I can't debate. I have no debate for that. Really? I mean, Booker T would know a thing or two about being about companies not paying their wrestlers, because WCW did that a couple times. They did the Sheik twice.
Or one can argue TNA was a place where
they did.
You mean the main event mafia was all about guys whose best days were, still were behind them, but they were getting a nice paycheck to appear on TV, every week and not wrestle. But AEW, they'll pay you not to wrestle, and they'll pay you very well not to wrestle.
Yeah. It's so weird to talk about that kind of thing in the world we live in today, where you should be wasting that much money. Send him home, man. Fire him. It's okay if you're not going to use him, but fire him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I am glad that Samoa Joe's champ.
Yes.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Great.
Yeah,
Good.
it's been good.
And I think he's his retirement year, right?
Yeah. I mean, but this is something that should have happened. Why not put the belt on Joe when, I don't know, he was on the number one show on Peacock where WWE wrestles? Just say, hey, our AEW world champion is one of the stars of Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's Joe walking the red carpet with Anthony Mackie and Will Arnett and stuff. You put a belt on him. How good would that look? Fucking Miz went to the Real World Reunion with the WWF Tag Team Championship belt.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
How hard is that? I don't see it, but I don't see Adam Page on any network shows. I don't see anyone other than on AEW doing any mainstream stuff outside of MJF, who got smart and I guess he's going to stay in the movie biz.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, and this goes back to I need to send them flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to know who's strong arm Dick Terrorist. Oh, he's asking sports. I'll get to that in a second, Dak. Dick Terrorist is Rick Tocchet.
Okay.
I'll address that in a second. I actually have a response for you, Dak. Hang in there for a second. What were we talking about? Oh my God, ADHD. Who? Oh, yeah. No, I'm back. It goes back to The Rock. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'll answer you here because I want to discuss it. No, you're fine. Stay. I just want to finish this discussion and then we'll segue into that and then back into the wrestling thing. I'm a master of that. Trust me. If you look at The Rock, I mean, listen, who wouldn't pick a movie career over doing that to your body?
Yeah.
I know the whole wrestling traditionalist thing, and I understand it. I get it. And I don't hold it against anybody, including The Rock, including Samoa Joe or anybody else, The Miz, if that would happen for The Miz. We're going, I'm just gonna act. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Now, I think The Rock needs to learn how to say no sometimes to some movies, but that's neither here nor there. Like Jumanji 8 or whatever they're saying. Whatever.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go back into wrestling. So, Dax said, I want to know who strong-armed Dick Terrace into playing Mitch more than 10 minutes. And he's referring to the Flyers coach Rick Tocchet. And Mitchkoff, our ace in the hole eventually, unless they kill him, unless they destroy him. Unfortunately, he didn't do a lot to help his minutes today, Dak. With the 4-minute 4-minute major in the in third period with a high stick. Not that I'm not blaming him. It was a dumb penalty. The officials were kind of bad all game. It's one of those games. But at the same time, while I don't think you should hold that over him as much as any other hockey player, Rick is looking for a reason to shorten his minutes. And he's going to use that. This kid has the potential. Well, I mean, that's the sentence, Craig. This kid has that potential. He really does. He's so good. And he's still he's like 12 or something. I don't know. Yeah. He's so young. And don't break him, Rick. And for God's sakes, if you don't figure out a way, I can't defend it anymore. If you can't find a way to get this team to shoot more, please retire. What? The shot counts is maddening. And as I was defending it, I'm like, well, maybe no. I need more shots on net. Me personally. What's up, Frankie? The boys. Yeah, I need more shots on net. Ironically, Frankie's in. We're talking about hockey. The somehow downgrade on Jordan. Whoa, Dax. No. That's not a downgrade. It's a side grade. for now. Technically, the team is still doing better. Maybe not. The team is playing better than they were last year, which is one of many steps they need to take. But Sam Harrison is also not one of them. Mm-hmm. And that's just my. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I just disagree. I think it's a side. It's a side grade more than anything. I mean, really, we went from Vigneault to Tortorella to Tocchet, unless he proves me wrong. And like I said, I'm a Tocchet fan, but probably not the stream to go in depth about it. No. Well, I mean, we'll do it at the end, maybe. We throw sports into this all the time. We didn't open the show with sports because neither one of us really wanted to talk about the game that didn't happen today. So that was not happening. In other news, Chris Statlander won.
Yeah.
Full gear. That's what it was. Full gear.
Full gear.
I just remembered. Chris Statlander won, which I just thought of you two because both you and Derek said last week. Was Chris Statlander going to win? Wow. Hey, Derek, if you're going to Derek, do me a favor. You're going to talk trash. Do it to my face. Get on here. You have the link. He says, why not? Why we're not going to talk about it. Here, I'll talk about it. Hold on, Craig. Let me just say this. Let's talk about the, you know what? Here, we'll transition to football since we want to placate the New York boy who has 50 teams to choose from. How'd that go today in hockey? That go well for you? Dax said, I have to go watch the Eagles in person next week. You don't have to.
No, you really don't.
Yeah. Pray for me, Dan. I will be on the news. Here's how I feel. And Craig, you don't have to elaborate because I know you're upset. If you'd like to, go ahead. This is just me. And this is how I get 4 Stanley Cups. You didn't even, Derek, you weren't crawling yet. Come on. Anyway, we spent $200,000 on ticket. $2,000. Where are you sitting? All kidding aside, we just had an amazing season. Because I played on the team. The Eagles just had an amazing season. Jalen Hurts played lights out. Saquon Barkley played lights out. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not as upset as other people. It's not going to hurt my feelings. That's it. Like, to bring up the 4 Stanley Cups, Derek, if you didn't like the Islanders, you could just jump on the Rangers bandwagon and still have more cups than us. So it's like, it's cheating. Go ahead, Craig.
I was going to say that if this is indeed, because people are talking about shades of 2023, if this is indeed another epic Eagles collapse, what made it so hard in 2023 is because we came so close to winning the Super Bowl the previous year. That's what made the collapse just so, immeasurably, awful. But this, and I echo your statement, Dan, if this is another collapse, well, we won.
You just won
Super Bowl. We went lights out. I still maintain it's still one of the greatest teams in the history of football.
It absolutely was. Literally.
Yeah, what the greatest offense, the greatest season any running back has ever had in the history of the league. So if we go down this year, or if we don't make it, or whatever, and whatever, it hurts. It's a bitter pill to swallow, especially losing to teams I know we can beat. Cough, Cowboys, like the Bears. But again, we've won. Jalen Hurts can say something that none of his contemporaries can say. Even the ones that are consistently ranked over him, the Joe Burrows, the Dax, the Josh Allens, the Lamars, they have never won a Super Bowl. In some cases, have never even been to a Super Bowl. So until that changes,
Jalen's been twice.
He's been twice. He's won two and also won two NFC championships, something that also those other people can't name. Lamar's never won a conference championship, nor has Josh Allen, nor has Justin Herbert. Dak hasn't. So,
yeah, but his stats, man.
Yeah, but his stats, his numbers, he's the all-time leading Cowboys in this, that, and the third. Amazing. That's so good for you.
Good for the VHS Super Bowl winners.
Yes, but I'm not giving up the ship yet because it's happened before. This team, I feel, has a better grasp on how to correct the decisions. I don't know what. I mean, we can do the offense all day long, but I don't know what's going on with the defense. I don't know why we're letting DeAndre Swift look like Saquon against us.
Defense had a bad game. They really. Yeah. I will argue they didn't really have a bad game all season yet, and this was their standard. No. And where I usually defend Jalen Hurts. Hold on, Derek. I am reading your comments. I'm gonna wait for that for the main event, and then Dax, I'm gonna address what you're saying. Jalen Hurts had not a great game.
No,
he just didn't. And it's okay to say that, which connects to what Dax was saying. The thing that pisses me off is I'm supposed to not complain because of last year.
No, you can play what you want.
You can play all you want. Yeah, I'm not going to hold it against you. I get it. I'm not upset.
Mm-hmm.
I just now in previous weeks, I wanted Kevin. I hate Kevin Patullo. I don't care.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't trust him. I don't like him. I think that's part of the problem. I'm starting to think Nick Sirianni is not helping.
No, because
today Jalen was part of the problem too, but he's had a bad game.
Yeah. No, it's Sirianni is a problem because he's the one who vouched for Kevin Patullo. And once again, while we're on our sixth straight offensive coordinator, we picked a guy that was within the organization, which is what Nick always does. That's why we got Brian Johnson before, because he was within the organization. But you picked a guy who's never called plays before.
Yeah.
And Kevin Patullo's maiden voyage as an offensive coordinator. And we all know Eagles offensive coordinators are just basically auditioning for a head coach job, because every Eagles offensive coordinator for the last 3 years is now a head coach somewhere else. Yeah. Because they got it from being the OC of the Eagles. What I would suggest for next year, yes, I'm already looking towards next year. What will fix us, exactly what the Eagles did on defense, you pick a Vic Fangio, you pick that same thing for an offensive coordinator. You pick an old guy, not these young whippersnappers. Pick an old guy that's already been an NFL head coach. He doesn't want to do it again. He's got the mind for football. I said Frank Reich before the Stanford picked him up, but he ain't going nowhere now that he's with Stanford. Even a Brian Daboll, because not only did he make Daniel Jones good, the one good year he was good in New York, but because he knows how to run an offense, and he's been a head coach before, and he doesn't want to do it again. Plus, he was Jalen's coach in Alabama.
Just letting you know, in between sentences, Derek says he's going to jump on from the car.
Okay.
He says he's owed an apology, so I'm going to let him air the. We're taking calls 610-3. First time, long time. I think they should fire Jalen Hurts. Oh, of course you do.
Yeah.
Just reading a little bit here. I wouldn't be upset if he was fired, but if they keep him, listen here. This is what makes me nervous. And I know it's not the same sport, but I just watched the Phillies completely shit the bed, and their first response was, "All the coaches are coming back."
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That ain't helping. That definitely ain't helping.
I can't believe Kevin Long even got out of the city alive.
Yeah.
Well, he looks like he broke Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about him as an athlete. I don't care about him personally. I'm not a fan of Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
As a player, I would like him to win. Yes.
Yeah.
Fire Kevin works for two different Philadelphia coaches right now. That is true.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse is starting to piss me off a little bit. Actually, that reminds me, I was going to bring something up with you because I wanted your thoughts, but I'm going to wait until D-Mac gets on here and demands an apology for me that I probably am never going to give him. And it's not my white privilege. Just saying, I'm a stubborn bastard, and I probably won't. So Chris Statlander, we'll bounce back and forth. It's fine. It's a sports wrestling podcast now. I kind of, unfortunately, I am trying not to just dismiss AEW being meaningful anymore, but the impending sale of Warner Brothers again, has me worried again. And wrestling shows on that network have a history of being a problem for new ownership. I mean, executives tried to kill it, WCW on Turner Network for years. And when Turner was in charge, he wasn't going to let that happen. Turner Time Warner came in, it was over.
Yeah.
Why are we paying for this? It doesn't make a profit. Get it out of here. But yes, Chris Statlander, former former TBS champion, AEW Women's Champion. I think booking did her dirty as well. This was what would have been great a little while ago.
Yeah, well,
wait, man.
That's the theme of AEW. Why did you wait? Why'd you wait on Statlander? Why'd you wait on Samoa Joe? Why'd you wait on Mark Briscoe? You know, you could have had these guys years earlier and be your top stars.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to read that. I saw there was a Thunder Rosa update. But that's not wrestling related, so I'm not going to bring that up.
Okay.
But there's a chance, folks, for anybody who is wondering.
So you're saying
there's a chance. Awesome. But what else happened from Full Gear? I don't know. Did Sting come back?
No, I wouldn't hold my breath on that. And welcome to the chat.
There's asshole. There he is.
DMC. Wow.
It's okay. I cold up here. Real quick, I just want to say that the apology that I'm old is in the beginning of the season, right? I said AJ doesn't get along with Jalen Hurts. And he doesn't coach. I was told something about him being somebody's kid's godfather and this, and I said the team doesn't like the coach and blah blah blah. All these, I was called a hater and all these things.
Not by me.
And I said AJ.
I didn't say that word.
Yeah,
I said
here we
hater.
are now when the owner. Yeah, because my team sucked.
Shit.
Remember that?
Yes.
Your team still sucks.
Well, let him talk, Dan.
Sorry.
Weeks later, and the owner has to tell AJ to stop complaining in public. There's a behind closed door meeting that AJ said he never heard of. All these things. And I watched that game today. You can't blame the pass caller. It was a lot of missed passes, guys not looking the right way when the ball was passed.
Yep, I said that. Absolutely.
Saquon looks like he's 40 years old now. I don't know what happened to Saquon. So that's all. That's all I was saying.
Hold on 1 second. Wait, don't leave yet, Derek. If you can hold on for a second. Dax said, who is this guy? Because he doesn't usually watch wrestling podcast. That's our other co-host, D-Mac, who's having dinner tonight. We had to reschedule because there was some kind of, land stealing holiday yesterday or something. I don't know. If I called you a hater, I'm technically not wrong, but sorry, but your team still sucks.
Why would I hate the Eagles? Why?
Because you're a New Yorker.
I only hate teams that are more accomplished than my team.
All right, I take it back. I apologize. I'm sorry I called you a hater. That sucks.
I like Jalen Hurts.
Thank you.
True.
I don't like Jalen Carter. He's not he has a bit of a sketchy past. But you know, some of my players of all times have played for the Eagles. I like Brian Dawkins. I like Jeremiah Trotter. You know, it's just I don't know what happened to Jalen Hurts. I've never seen a guy regress like this in the span of 2 years.
It's every other year. We're fine.
I mean, and not for nothing, the Super Bowl, like Eli Manning's, was a participation trophy. The defense kind of won that Super Bowl, but
for Eli, yeah, all right.
like Eli's 2 Super Bowls, the defensive line won those championships.
Okay, well, the defense didn't win our championship, but okay.
No, listen, wait, seriously, real quick, you cannot deny Jalen Hurts last year was a different animal.
I don't like to use the word animal, but
What different? Oh yeah, sorry. He was a different guy completely.
Like if you look at the Super Bowl, right? How much time did Patrick Mahomes have to score? Good. Every time he hyped the ball, they were in the backfield. and like I said, nothing against Jalen Hurts. He's a champion. When it comes to guys I would like to have on my team, he's not higher than some of the guys I heard you name. Like I heard guys name Lamar Jackson. Should have won his 3rd MVP last year, but they gave the participation trophy to
Josh Allen because they wanted him to win. That's the only reason he won.
I'll take Hurts over Allen any day. I'll take Hurts over Joe Burrow any day. The only guys I would take over Hurts is Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. That's really it.
Yeah. Well, those are the only 2 guys that, if they stop playing right now, would go right into the Hall of Fame. Would be Patrick because of his championships and Lamar because of his numbers.
Hold that thought, gentlemen. I just want Angel. I'll respond in a second. I'm not ignoring. I'm reading everything. I wanted to give you the floor for a second, though. I wanted these guys to finish their thing. Yeah, no, I absolutely will backtrack on the hater thing. Yeah, my bad. I think I was just talking shit, but my bad. And I also want to apologize for the animal thing. I forgot what I was saying, and I apologize.
I mentioned apparently the guy, that rookie on the Islanders, like broke the record for most defensive goals by a teenager or something like that. So everybody was cheering for that. The Flyers did everything they could to try and give you that game back today, like every step of the way. Because I watched them score 3, and I was like, no, it's not comfortable for me. And it wasn't. They tried. I told you that kid is, I'm telling you, keep your eye on him. Just like the guy, the kid on the Flyers, Mitchkov. Yeah. Those 2 both have the potential to be like top 2, top 3, top 5, top 10 for years. And it's funny that I saw your post about Saquon with the pitcher, and you said it's all his fault.
It's his fault.
It might be something to that, because the guy, remember the receiver from the line to Washington, he did the little dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels.
No. The other, but the other guy, the white kid that kicks, Butker.
Yeah.
He has been shit since.
Yeah, the Lions haven't won a game since St. Brown did that dance. So
that's true. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Derek and Craig.
Yes.
Like people always say, you have TDS. And well, first of all, I have TDS. I'm not wearing his hat and his shirt and flying his flag. I think I'm cool. Yeah. Number 1, but number 2, literally everything he touches, casinos, meat, fucking school, the government. Now it all dies. It literally all dies.
Yeah, Chris Jones shook his hand before the Super Bowl, and then he got hurt halfway through the game.
Well, I want to say this while you're still on. If you got to drop in a second. But Angel has been waiting for a while. Angel came on and said, "Die Eagles, die."
Oh no! Oh,
just Craig. Then he said, "Niners, baby." So that explains that.
Oh, okay.
Listen, Angel's an old friend. He's from California. He's from there. He's not just picking them. Okay. Then he chimed in with something. Matter of factly, he said he was different, but the NFC is nasty this year. There's no room for mistakes. Example: Brock Purdy, 3 interceptions just won't cut it.
Yeah,
the Angel watches a lot of football, but
I'm not a Brock Purdy fan either. I think that's just good coaching on the part of Shanahan.
My response to the Niners are who?
Yeah.
Who?
Right? Yeah.
Who? This is not the 80s. Who?
Yeah.
Not even the 90s. And Brock Purdy had a good start, his first 2 years, back-to-back NFC championships. But what's he done since? And they had the end of San Francisco really have no excuse because they had the easiest schedule in NFL history. They had to face anybody. They had to face us. They had to face Kansas City. And they still can't win their division. So Niners have no excuse. D-Mac, I want to get your thoughts on before you go. First of all, happy birthday to your wife. We all remembered. I don't know what your problem was.
How dare you?
I didn't. I gotta go. I'll see you later.
The Thanksgiving miracle that happened yesterday that we all kind of missed. It just happened. Trick Williams proposed to Lash Legend at her parents' house yesterday. What are obviously WWE has made a point sometimes of putting their fiancés or people together. And is this another? Are we seeing, could Trick and Lash be something that WWE, another relationship that WWE will exploit?
I hope so. They're good together on TV. And Trick needs to be on the main roster like ASAP. He's more than ready. Congratulations. And real smooth to do it in front of her parents on Thanksgiving. That was real smooth on the part of Trick. But he needs to be called up right now. If you want to pair him with Carmelo, who had a hell of a week, and put him with Carmelo and let them do the thing they did down in NXT. But he's definitely ready. And I'm happy for both of them. Because both of them, they're also, two people who came in, they were athletes, and now look at them. I think Trick was a Philadelphia Eagle, wasn't he?
Well, yeah. Hold on. I do want to add, I feel happier for Trick, because damn.
Yes, he's the big winner. Yeah.
I'm just saying the pale guy recognized. Damn.
Yeah, he outkicked his coverage.
Yes,
Derek, you got a few. You want to say whatever you want to say? I'm sorry, I'll shut up. I'm just the host trying to talk.
I got about 5 more minutes. Me and Judah are in the car. We're going to go pick up balloons. So I got about 5 more minutes.
All right, so I'll get thoughts, and then I'll let Craig take over. He wants to ask you anything else. Hey, Statlander won, like you guys said. You both of you said last week. What, is Chris Statlander going to win? She won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly the way you're answering is kind of that, and it's not her fault. It's not her fault at all.
No, and I mean, they should have put her on the show. That show the other night, boy. She wasn't even on the show. I was like, what's going on? I just don't understand how on first of all, are they 5 years in now?
Yeah.
Is it 5? How they still have such a timing issue. And I don't want to hear, it's not, listen, I'll sit there and watch a movie for 5-6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But objectively or subjectively, this is a lot to ask. This is a lot to ask. And is anybody else just tired of Don Callis?
I've been tired of Don Callis.
I'm sick of. Yeah,
you're supposed to make your manager your focus, your main guys, and if you have a stable, they should be winning, and if not, then the manager should be the guy talking for everyone. So no, I applaud them for bringing the manager back, but they've made the managers useless and annoying.
Thank God they didn't do it with Arn or
Tully. No, they just ignored them. Go ahead.
They just ignored them completely. Yeah.
Or Jake.
Yeah.
In other good news, FTR are tag team champions still.
Yeah, and we know when this is ending, it's going to end with them either losing the Edge and Christian or them feuding with the Bucks again, because that seems to be the only thing that they can do.
And they have the Hurt Syndicate facing off against each other for the National Heavyweight Championship. The single best tag team you have, the most over tag team you have, and we'll put them up against each other.
Wait, guys, did you see the National Championship? Did you see what it looks like?
No.
They
Yes.
copied it.
Yes.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yes, completely.
Like it didn't even, but they didn't even do the Jimmy Hart thing where they just changed a note or here or there. It's a carbon copy of the national title. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's what Judah's saying back
Can't
there.
Billy sue
Yes,
them
that's
for that?
what you,
No,
saying.
it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Judah's talking, everyone.
No, he wants to say hi, Judah. Say hi.
Hi, Judah.
Wave.
Hello.
There you go.
There we go. We see you. You're live, buddy.
Yeah.
Your debut. Well, no, it's technically not your live debut on scene. On
There you
location. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Derek, do you have anything else you want to say before you got to go that you want to say this week?
No, you fellas enjoy Survivor Series. Don't worry, you guys are still. I think it's Saturday, isn't it?
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I completely forgot until I saw the female WrestleMania trailer, and I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But
Great.
hope you guys enjoyed as we call it, black folks getting together and eating day, which was yesterday. That's what we call it. And I will speak to you fellas offline.
Yeah,
I had a pork roll and cheese sandwich, man. It's just a day to me, man.
Hey,
I gave up that.
I hear you.
I gave up that colonizer shit years ago. Sorry.
I hear you.
It's all right.
I hear you.
Enjoy your day after. Enjoy your Black Friday, or as we call it, Friday. And happy birthday to your wife.
Happy birthday to the
will
missus.
let her
Give everyone our best, my friend.
I will. I'm gonna go home. We're gonna head home, and I'm gonna try to start watching Stranger Things. So we'll see.
Yes, please let me know. I loved it.
All right, no problem.
See you, sir. Thank you, Derek.
See you later. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Derek McDonough, D-Mac, everyone, our co-host. Yeah, Dax, he's our co-host, but you usually miss it because we're not usually on for when you're watching. But he had husbandly duties tonight, and to be fair, we're on a different night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the Beatles anthology. I'm not watching Stranger Things. So.
Yeah, I watched all Stranger Things yesterday.
You finished it?
Yeah, well, there are only 4 episodes.
No, I know that, but you finished the 4 already?
Yeah. The new one, the next episode will be Christmas, and then the final episode will be New Year's Eve.
I know Matt was saying upset about that because they're holidays, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. So where am I going?
Yeah.
Anything else wrestling-wise you want to discuss, sir?
No. Friday Night Smackdown is tonight. We'll be coming on as we're taping this. We'll be on in a few minutes. So we will see what the final Survivor Series push will look like. The teams are set, so that'll be different. I really don't know what I'm looking forward to seeing.
I do want to add something. I just remembered something. I'm not going to keep it that long because I know I guess you're going to watch SmackDown and the Sixers are on, but
yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Sorry, I was looking at the ECHL scores. So was it last week or the week before Jessica Carr,
Mm-hmm.
referee, was getting involved, centerpiece almost of a storyline with Becky Lynch, and they've been kind of trading bards ever since. And for those who don't know, Jessica is old friend of the show.
Yeah.
Jessie K was on with us. That's her indie name, guys. A bunch of times. Great interview. Awesome person. Like, it's one of those people, like, when people are like, you got to boycott this company. And I'm like, but my friends are there. I have a couple friends, got Bandit. Well, I'm sorry. You got Eddie and you got Jesse. You got Joe Gacy. I at least want to give them numbers. But Becky Lynch took credit. Listen, can you tell me, before I say this, can you tell me again why we hate Becky Lynch?
I don't know why we hate. I don't know why anyone would hate Becky Lynch.
Thank you. Becky gets like heat the way like Rhea gets heat from incels? ?
Yeah, I guess,
Get
but
this
I mean,
bitch off my TV. Why?
what did I guess because she's a heel now, and you're supposed to boo her. But in my opinion, heel Becky is the best Becky Lynch.
Best Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I mean, and when she's a face, she's incredibly super over, but I don't think she's used properly when she's a face, even though she's been multiple time world champion. I don't know why anyone would have a problem with Becky Lynch, especially now with the social media world that we live in now. You can see Becky and Seth. They were just on the Bert Kreischer show, and she was incredibly funny, and the both of them were, and she ran most of the conversation. She's such a likable person who obviously loves the business, and I think I don't know if you saw she talked about a high level main event wrestler that threatened her with if she wouldn't play ball, quote unquote,
what,
her career would be over. Yeah. But again, this is on Bert Kreischer's. She didn't.
She didn't name him.
No.
Do you have
She said wrestler, but if she hadn't said that, I would have immediately said obviously it was John Laryngitis. But she said to Bert Kreischer. Yeah, she said to Bert Kreischer, who's a big wrestling fan, you'd know who he was. So, but I don't know. But it doesn't. No,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't. She's still there, and he's probably gone.
But my point about Becky is, I don't know why anyone would have a problem with her at all. I mean, if she's a heel, yeah, you're supposed to not like her because, the same reason you're not supposed to like Dominic. But the person, no, I have no problem. And Dominic just did an interview when he talked about how he's what we've all speculated, but he said his whole heel persona is Eddie.
God, yeah.
That and he saw him when he spent time with him before Eddie died, and even when they were doing the angle, he was always checking in with him and always, he said, yeah, my father taught me how to wrestle, but as far as being a performer, that's all Eddie.
I love that they keep, especially around the date it was, the week it was, that they keep Eddie's name on the books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. And like I said, we talk for all the years of all the people that were talked about being greats. I don't know. Sometimes I think Eddie's the best, like out of all of them. And I'm talking about Rick, Dusty. That's
Eddie's
just my opinion.
No, mine too. Well, I put Eddie. Eddie was in my top 5 when he was alive. I put him in the same.
God, yeah.
My top 5 includes Bruno and Tiger Mask. So that's
there you go.
Where I put him in terms of someone that not only could never have a bad match, a great face, amazing heel, always gave you your money's worth. Worked safe, and gave the crowd so much. Whether it was heat. Latino heat, or whether it was him being super over, nobody could touch him in that respect, and that's why he's in my top 5, and I put him over guys that may have been better wrestlers. But as far as if I'm paying my money to see somebody, that's my criteria. Would I pay to see this guy? Yes. If he was the only guy on the card and I didn't know who he was wrestling, I'm paying to see Eddie. Absolutely. Just like I'd pay to see Tiger Mask, right? Like I paid to see Bruno, because it's him.
Before we go too far, back to the connection in the original conversation, the reason I brought up Becky and Jesse was Becky was quoted as saying record ratings, record subscriptions, and tickets selling out faster than a Jessica Carr fast count when she's screwing me over.
Wow.
It's true. Look at the footage. Get your WrestleMania tickets today before they are gone. They will be big because Big Time Bex is Vegas bound. What I was reading while we're discussing this is some people were like, well, they put her over too much, blah, 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 and she's favored. I'm 42, and I spent years watching, and I'm not complaining. I am, because I wasn't upset about it then, and I'm not going to be like, yes, it pissed me off. I never liked Hogan as a wrestler. Hogan was never my favorite, but I'm not talking about his runs. So I just want to preface this by saying that it's got nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with this. We spent years watching. Again, these are not complaints. Ric Flair being a 1,500-time champion, Hulk Hogan at the top of the business and earned. He helped change the business.
Yeah.
Triple H.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go in order. Triple H, John Cena.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, throw in names.
Roman,
Roman. We just spent,
yeah.
And again, pointing out, you're only 5 years older than me, Craig. You've been watching longer. You've seen the same thing. Literally years of the same guy or same girl winning the championship over and over again, mostly guys because the world's bass backwards. Why is this not okay now?
I don't know. And there's no such thing as a guy, a person who's over. What was it? You said they put her over too much. They put her over.
Yeah, they favor her.
They favor too much. Well, yeah. Well, because she's earned it, and because she's the first woman and one of the first women to ever headline a WrestleMania. Again, because she's earned it. That's why. It's the ones who don't deserve it or don't give you that don't draw you money, don't draw you interest, that you put over coffee AEW with your Daniel Garcias and your Orange Cassidy or your Adam Pages. Those are the guys that, why is this guy getting a push when, but Becky, don't ever question why she's getting, or same thing with Rhea, or same thing with Charlotte, who you should notice is taking a back seat now. Now that she's in a tag team with Alexis, she's not. They're trying to build something, with Rhea down the line. But right now, she's not in the main event picture. And if you're Charlotte, that would be blasphemy. But, they've created so many big-time stars that she doesn't have to be. So Becky is not overused. Becky is used exactly the way she should. And what she's doing on social media now is genius. I mean, the post that she said, I'm going to be, the fast count. I lost her belt to Maxine Dupree, and I'm going to be lodging my complaint with the with the State Department. I'm like, that's perfect. That's heel shit.
Heel shit.
Exactly.
Jinx.
Yeah, but I mean that's how you, or what she is, who she says she is. She's a big time back. She's a main event player, and that's what main event players do.
I do not just. God, it was almost 10 years ago, wasn't it? Just about 10 years ago when she was ahead of that takeover.
Mm-hmm.
When she got busted in the nose by Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And it looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And like old school wrestling, just for a moment, instead of stopping where we were and making sure someone's okay, we rolled with it. And it was part of that. That was a t-shirt. Her bleeding, standing there doing this.
Yeah.
She's used too much. I'm sorry, that still carries mileage for me.
Yeah,
that moment's still talked about.
The fact that we're talking about a female wrestler 10 years from, and that was 10 years ago, and she's still on top. That's a tribute to her. Not just the booking, just because Becky got herself over, and even when she wasn't being used. The fans knew, and the fans can always tell. The fans are the ones that will let you know, hey, we want to see more of this person, The
same thing with Charlotte. And I know we've talked about it before, and that doesn't make sense to me. Why is it a problem? I'll say, and this is my opinion. I said it before, kind of in passing, but I'm spotlighting it now.
Mm-hmm.
Please understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying she's greater than Ric Flair. I'm saying she has more in-ring ability than her father ever did.
Yes, she's a better athlete than her father.
That's a good way of putting it. Thank you. She's still young enough to hit that mark, as far as I'm concerned. And my problem is we're bitching about Charlotte. I'm saying just we in general. I'm sorry she makes it look easy.
Yeah.
That's a tribute. There was. Go ahead.
Yeah, a tribute to her and her athletic ability because she makes it look easy.
And to point out again, this is a person like I compare her to Sting in this way. Sting was not a wrestling fan, but Sting still became one of the biggest stars in that era.
Yeah,
top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't deny it. You heard those reactions even into the late 90s when they tried to turn him heel. That whole place still went nuts when they finally hit Hulk Hogan with a fucking baseball bat. They were still, and I was screaming in my house, going, "Yeah, fuck, ooh, ooh, and let's go after Rick." Every time there was a confrontation in that mini heel run where they tried to tear him heel, and he was against Rick, I was like, "This is comeuppance. Take it, like a man." She wasn't a wrestling fan. I mean, I'm sure it did more to her as a child, with Rick not being there, and then what happened to her brother, and God only, She is so good. I would push her. I wouldn't even. I'd still be I'd be the dumbass promoter still putting her in. I'd have the belt on her now. Yeah, I don't care.
Well, the thing is, Charlotte is so good. Ashley Flair is such a great athlete. Is that she could have gone to the WNBA. She could have been a gymnast. She could have been a professional volleyball player, and she would have excelled at any of those vocations, because that's what a great dynamic athlete she is. And it must be the generation, that fathered kids like that, because their kids are something. Randy Orton is way better than his father ever was, and his father was great. But but the athleticism that Randy has far outside, and the same thing with Charlotte. She could have been she could have been in WNBA. She could have been a professional volleyball player, and she would have excelled. So that's, again, a WWE great problem to have. They have so many, not just male superstars, but female superstars that are massively over, that are main event people that you can use. You could put a belt on them and be your world champion, and the fans will take to it, will flock to it because they have before, or you can use them to elevate younger talent, and it's not going to hurt them at all. If Charlotte put over Stephanie Vacour, that's not going to hurt Charlotte. It's going to legitimize Stephanie or Lash Legend or any of the new ones that they have coming up.
It's unbelievable. I can't wait for her to hit the scene.
Yeah.
I need to watch this interview because this looks really good. I did see the quote about with Becky. Hold on, let me backtrack. I forgot the point I was going to make. You brought up Randy. There was a few years on the show where I thought he was boring. And the reason why I thought he was boring, and both Dean and Chris were still on the show, Omega Squad, was like, he makes it look so easy. It doesn't look like he's trying. And I quickly got behind that. I was like, yeah, I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
And you want irony, Dan? That's the exact same thing that Roddy Piper said about Cowboy Bob Orton. He even said to Bob Orton, you got to start making mistakes, because he's getting heat from older professionals because he's making everything look so easy, because it was effortless to him. That's how great Bob Orton was. And this is before he got to the WWF, when he became ace and had the cast and all that stuff. Bob Orton was just a natural, a second generation wrestler. And just like before, Bob Orton Jr. was way better than his dad, Bob Orton Sr. But yeah, Roddy Piper told Bob Orton, you gotta start making mistakes, man, because you're making it look way too easy and you're showing these older guys up. And he's like, I don't know how to do any other.
I mean, look, how long did they put over and work the cast?
Yeah.
Like a year and a half longer?
And the thing is, it was a legitimate injury that he got from Jimmy Snuka when he broke his arm when he gave him the splash. But yeah, that became his calling card, and became just such a great another weapon to add to his arsenal and to his psychology, And it worked, and Bob Orton could pull it off. Like Bob Orton could pull anything off.
I cannot find the clip of her quote about the guy or the star that gave her shit. But that's very intriguing. I'm kind of dying to know who that was. Wait, What is this now? Let me read this. Becky Lynch claims WWE name used to blacklist. Oh. Blacklist female stars who didn't want to sleep with him. Oh, let's speculate. Hold on now.
Yeah.
Who, trying to think. Well, it's not Sean.
No.
Because if I was married to Whisper, I'd be an idiot if I did that. I'm trying to read. There was this guy on the main roster who was Be careful because one, he will try to sleep with you, and if he sleeps with you, then he will blacklist you, and if he tries to sleep with you and you don't sleep with him, he'll also blacklist you. Oh, it's gotta be just Vince, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as much as he was sleeping around, I'm just assuming it was Vince.
But I don't know any main event wrestler that has that type of power. Obviously,
Triple H.
But he would have been married
right
by then.
How is that? Has that ever stopped people in the past?
I know, but I
agree with you. It's probably not Triple H, but I'm trying to think. We'd probably be able to nail it down better if we had a year.
Or when she started.
Yeah. But there it is. An hour and 20, an hour and 12. Hold on. I finally got it. It only took 4 hours. I just want to hear context, like the full context here. Hour and 20. Darn it. All these settings. When you have...
Like there was, I'm not going to name names, but there was a guy on the main...
How did I hit it exactly? How? I didn't even have a link to click and I hit it exactly. Here, I'm going to play this for all of us so you can see. I'm going to share it with you so we can watch it. Because this is going to bother me now. You know what I mean? I need to know. Mm-hmm. Come on, Zoom. Let's go. Don't fight with me. All right, here we go.
And also at the time, it was also, don't stay away from the boys. Don't go near the boys. Like, just...
That's crazy that it would be phrased that way as opposed to stay away from the girls.
Oh, no. No, stay away from the boys. But, like, it's certain things. Like, there was, I'm not going to name names, but there was a guy on the main roster who was like, be careful. Be careful because one... he'll try to sleep with you. If he sleeps with you, then he'll blacklist you.
Oh, Cody Rhodes. I knew it. I knew it. Go ahead.
And then if he tries to sleep with you and you don't sleep with him, he'll also blacklist you. So there was this like line that you had to walk this tightrope. You know him, definitely. But anyway, at one point,
hit it up in the comments.
At one
Well, she didn't mention if it was. She said someone on the main event on the main roster. Yeah. I still want to say it's laryngitis. It's laryngitis.
Yeah, but I think I was probably not trying to say that because God damn it, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But knowing what we know about him now.
Yeah. Because I can't think of any main event wrestlers that would still be with the company or
after a younger woman, wouldn't he?
Yeah, that would do it or that are still in the business now or still with the WWE now. That's why I'm because she didn't say wrestler.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking it's laryngitis.
Yeah.
It's the most plausible.
Go ahead. Sorry. It's plausible. It's plausible because I'm trying to think who had that kind of power. We said Vince. We said Triple H. Triple H probably wasn't Triple H. Mm-hmm. Vince is also likely, but probably not because like that's the guy. You don't just say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Johnny Ace.
Yeah.
They also caught heat for having a Cybertruck, and she went out of her way to point out, we don't like Elon, we like the environment. Somebody offered them the truck because they didn't want it anymore, and she's like, Colby, I'll never get used to that, by the way. Colby was like, yeah, we'll take the truck. And people flip us off. I'm like, we want the environment. It was for the environment, not for the guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I even posted a bumper sticker that I saw. This is before I got the truck before I knew Elon was crazy.
I got this. I bought this car before I knew Elon was a douchebag. Or, crazy or something like that. Yeah, that's a good one. I still go back to when she first came back after she had her baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was a house show. And one of the fans screams, "Your baby's beautiful." I know. She looks like me. Who hates that? Miserable people. Miserable people. It's the same people that go to a President Steve page and bitch about the entire show. Why are you here? Why are you here? What a waste of time. But that's been for like 28 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk anymore about that because that's just depressing. Craig, you got anything else you want to discuss?
No. This is our pre-Survivor Show spectacular.
Let's go over.
Watch. We don't have to go over the match because I don't even know what they are. And honestly,
No. I'm not going to go over soon. I just want to take a look at the card real quick and then we'll get out of here. I will not waste that much more of your time.
Mm-mm.
Even though I'm beautiful and you should be lucky.
I am lucky. You are beautiful.
The War Games are going to be fun to watch. Oh, if Nikki goes over Stephanie, I'm going to be so upset. I'm hoping it's just the old fashioned. This is just to give you more notoriety and power. And John Cena versus. So Derek's winning that back, I assume.
Yeah, Dominic is winning that back.
The women's War Games match is going to be fun. Yeah. Okay. Well, this show should be like 2 hours and we're done.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And it's going to start. And it's going to start with a War Games match and end with a War Games match. So there's that.
Put the women on the main event. The men's matches have not been as good as the women's the last 2 years, in my opinion.
I'm worried about Bronson Reed because this time last year is when everyone got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
So
you think they were like, yo, guys.
No, don't let me come off the top of anything.
You better come out of this alive.
Please.
Craig, where can people, now I'm keeping myself up. Craig, where the people follow you?
They can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads at Craig Ligons, LICRAIGLIGGEONS.
It's never happened before, so we're going to just pass this part. Well, in fact, never play this again. Just go to danlaw.tv, all those social media platforms. What am I on? I'm on everything. I don't even know. Mastodon, Spoutable,
LimeWire,
Morpheus, Napster, MySpace,
Friendster.
Jinx.
All
right, we get the hell out of here. That's the second time. We'll see you guys next week. I think we should all be in house. Thank you for coming in, Misty, as always. Dax, Angel, Derek for making a great moment coming in from the car. That was awesome. It was a fun show this week. Derek and Craig and I we were both coming into this just bummed out for other reasons not related to wrestling, which is and it turned out to be a fun show. So thank you, everyone. Angel, for coming in and chatting with us and for listening, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye. Keep it on the paper.
And there you have it. It's the end of the show. It's the end of the show, motherfucker!